Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stability. So if you notice, we are not in my house today. This is my hotel suite in New York City. I had intended to do this in front of the window for you guys so you could get some views in Manhattan, but that didn't work out. Very small window and it's just a building. Sorry, I also don't have on my YMCA shirt, so I'm in all black. I hope you guys can still see. And there's actually a chocolate bunny balance in the camera. So if you see me come up and do this, it's just I don't want our time to run over because the videos will turn out. All right, so why don't we start to walk a little? And at first I was kind of weirded out about the limitations that we might have doing this class. But this is a small space, and a lot of times falls happen in small spaces, which is, it's kind of strange. You wouldn't think that that would be the case. But think of small spaces, things like your bathroom, kitchen. These are areas where we tend to fall, especially because those areas can have spills. But as you see, here's my couch. Here's my television / kitchen. So there's always a chance that I could spill something in this area. So everyone take a moment to continue marching and just let your eyes scan the area in front of you. And let's just make sure there's nothing on the floor that we could slip on or anything like that. Okay, so let's start to lift our knees a little higher, and that's going to be different for everybody. And I'm slowing my walk down a little. Okay, so get those arms involved. We're just going to warm up for a few minutes before we start to work. I hope you guys are having a great time. I heard from my kids today that I think the city's getting ready to start to open up a little bit, and that's some great news. Not sure yet when I'll be back, but only have a choice of 2 flights a week. So I may be stuck here for a hot minute, who knows. All right, can we start to change the way that we're gonna move our feet? So this is a movement that we typically do in regular Silver Sneakers Classic classes, and it's just gonna be playing with our feet just a little. So we're going to start with some pointing. So I'm just reaching out, pointing, gently shifting that weight back and forth. So unlike classic, we're working on balance. We're really not working on, cardio or working out like that. So it's okay if these slow down. Now can we change this to a heel? So we're going to start to do heel, heel. For me, and I would assume for most of you guys, this is going to mean a slight bend in the knee. Okay, so if my friends are out there that have difficulties with those knee bends, just be a little straighter in your legs. But if you can for me, let's bend and bend. Just warm those joints up just a little. Bend and bend. We're gonna do side taps. So I'm gonna take it out and out and out. And I'm just pointing my toes a little. Knees are staying forward. Just a little shifting, just a little. We're going to change this to a big shift, okay? So what I'm going to do is move like that. So I start to turn my hip, turn your hip. We've only got a few of these. 4, 3, 2. Let's go back to toes, toes, heel, heel, side, side, and reach, reach. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Little side, then reach, reach. Don't worry about your speed. Just worry about the quality of your movement. You know your pattern now. Reach, reach. One last time. Toe, toe, heel, heel, side, side, and reach, and reach. All right, good guys. So let's come to a nice position. Let's do some rocking back and forth on our feet. Let's take a staggered stance. So go ahead and bring that left foot forward for me, right foot behind you. And I'm gonna roll through this foot. So I hope you guys can see this. I'm gonna start on my heel, roll down to my toes while my back foot comes up. And then I'm gonna roll back to this back heel, and I'm gonna pull those left toes toward me. So we're just gonna go back and forth. Some nice breaths. You can add those arms in. I'm going to get a little dramatic with my arms, okay? So as I come forward, I'm going to take them up and pull them back. take them up, pull them back. One last time here. And now I'm going to see if I can start to lift a little. So I'm going to come forward very carefully, lift my back leg up, come back, lift my toe. So it's this rolling movement. Forget the arms. Okay, forget the arms if they're too much. Let's go up and back. One more time. Up, hold, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Take it back. 3, 2, 1. Let's just shift sides. So let's start with that conservative kind of roll. I'm on my heel. I'm going all the way through the foot and then pulling my back heel up. Rock and rock. I'm going to start to add some arms. Take it up. Take it up. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit less conservative. And I'm going to start to lift my foot up. This is optional. You don't have to lift the foot up if you don't want to. Let's do one more though. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Bring it back. 2, 3, 4. Good job. Shake it out. Shake it out. Let's take that left toe. Come up onto that left toe. Hands to hips. We're going to rock our hips around. We'll rock one way. Then we're going to rock back. And we're going to rock. I know this seems silly. And we're going to rock, but you're in your house. Maybe only a couple of people can see you, right? Change sides. Unless you have fur babies, they'll judge you. If you have a cat is going to judge you for this. Rock back. Let's rock forward. And rock back. All right, shake it out again. Now, if you want to use a chair for this, use a chair. I'm only going to use this chair today when I absolutely have to, just because it's kind of big and bulky to get around. And then we're also going to utilize, I want to show you something with this couch because we have it. So I'm going to do some heel lifts, and then we're going to add toe lifts in. So I want you guys to stand tall. Your feet are hip distance apart, belly button's drawn up and in, tailbone is down, okay? If you're using your chair, remember that's hands or a hand to the side. Don't pull back on those chairs. Most of us have chairs that are going to tip, okay? If you have to, you can always pause this, go into someplace like your kitchen, someplace that has a counter, okay? And you could use that counter for balance, if that makes sense. So if you guys want to challenge yourself a little, hands to hips, lift up, spread those toes, and what we're going to do with that nice tall posture is we're going to come up on our toes, and then we'll come down. So this helps not only our balance, but it helps to strengthen our posterior chain, the muscles along the back of the body, especially your calves, gastroc there. We're going to come up and down, and remember you can start to squeeze those glutes, your rear end. You need to, if you want a little more, let's do 2 more. So everything should start to feel warm, and this will be our last one. Okay, so now I'm going to add the rock. So the rock is this. I'm going to lift my toes, and if I can, I'll lift the ball of my feet up. I want you guys to be very careful here. This can be a very throwing you off kind of move. So please use, I cannot emphasize this enough, please use some kind of thing to hold on to if you're feeling unsteady today. And if you do it once and it feels unsteady, I want you to stop, grab something to hold on to, and try it again, or just skip the exercise. Also can be done in a chair, okay? So I'm going to come up, bring it down, and then I'm going to rock. So I come up, it's a little pause, and I lift my toes. Do you see that? Come up, lift my toes. One more time. Come up, lift my toes. Good. All right, so this one's going to be fun. I've been wanting to do this with you guys for a long time. So I want you, it's going to be interesting to see if I can do it. These are called heel walks. So this is something where you can go along the back of your couch or that counter. I'm gonna lift up my toes and I'm just gonna walk on my heels towards you. I'm not looking for the time yet. I'm just coming towards you. I'm on my heels. I'm gonna put my toes down. I'm gonna reset. Okay? Then I'm gonna lift up and I'm gonna walk back the other way. Balance, I love balance because it can be so silly. Stop, take a breath. Let's come back. Lift them up, here we go. These don't have to be super big movements, but I want you to try to keep your toes up. Here we are, I am gonna take a peek. We're doing fine, gonna come back. All right, so if you want to have a seat or to take a sip of any kind of beverage you have, let me grab my water. I'm using this super cool boxed water that they have here. Take a sip of your water. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and roll those ankles out a little because that's a lot of work on our ankles, whether we think so or not. So I'm going to shift my weight over to my right foot, lift that left leg up. Can we draw some circles? Let's go one way. Let's circle back the opposite way. We're going to come back. So remember, we're practicing balance because we're what? We're on one foot. And in reverse. And let's switch sides. So shift that weight, shift that weight, shift that weight, shift that weight. Let's shift it over and lift. Let's roll some circles one way. We're going to roll circles the other way. Let's roll back. And let's roll back. Awesome job, guys. Go ahead, walk it out a little. Let's just walk, 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 walk. All right, so why don't we do lifts before lunges? Lifts before lunges, doesn't that sound fun? So we are gonna do front lift, side lift, and back lifts. So let's just start with this little pattern. How about we lift our knee to a high knee, we bring it down, we're gonna lift our leg with a flexed foot, we're gonna bring it down, we'll do a high knee, bring it down, now point your toe, and then point your toe and open your leg out to the side. Okay, let's do the other side. We're just gonna mark this out, mark it out a little bit before we do it. So think about having your hands out in front of you and you wanna try to bring that knee up as high as you can. Then kick your foot with a flexed foot, bring it down, knee up, point your toe with your knee up, touch down, and now turn your leg. Open that hip so your knee's out towards the side as you lift and bring it down. All right, so we're just gonna do 4 on each side, 4 sets on each side. Hands on hips, or if you need that tactile cueing, then keep your hand out. Okay, use your chair if you need to. Sit down if you need to. You guys, we've done this before. We've done all these moves before in our chair. Okay, so let's start left leg. Actually, let's alternate. That'll be better because we'll have this weight shift in. Okay, left leg starts. We go up, down, heel, down, high knee, down, point your toe, turn your leg out. Other side, high knee, flexed foot, high knee, pointed toe, turn it out. Up and up. And we don't have to go fast. I tend to start to speed things up. Ooh, there goes my balance. So up, up. Even when you're teaching, you're always a student. You learn so much. Up, up. Here we go. We're almost there. So we're about halfway through, which is almost there. But remember, this is your practice. This is your opportunity to practice your balance and move your body a little. That means any breaks that you need to take, any sips of water you need to take, any repetitions that you don't find helpful, please eliminate those. Okay, gonna turn it out. This is our last one, we're already there. So up, here's the kick. Up, point your toe, turn your leg out, bring it down. Up, kick, up, point, and to the side. All right, feet out. Soften your knees. Let's come over to one side. And we'll come over to the other side. So we're gonna shift. And we're gonna shift. Knees follow toes. Knees follow toes. We're just gonna shift a couple more times. Shift, shift. Feet are flat right now. Last time, let's bring our feet in. All right, so a little kicking to the side. The first one we're gonna do is just a little adductor kick. Feet are parallel. Leg is just gonna go up and in. And then if you would like that option, you can turn your toe in, go up and touch toes, heels out to the side. If that's too difficult for you, or you need to be with me to understand that more, don't worry about it. You'll just do some regular side lifts. We're gonna do 12, so we'll do 8 regular side lifts and then 4 with the toes turned in. Hands on hip, let's go out. So we'll take it out and in, out and in, out and in. Here we go. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonna turn my toe in and go for those 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your balance. Let's do the other side. Out, out. So that belly button's over your standing leg, and out. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes in and let's go. Last 4. We've got this. Out, out. We have one more. Out. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and shake those out. Yes, my legs are a little tired. There's a lot of walking that goes on here. Okay, ready? Let's do back kicks. So I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. So we're gonna keep our posture up, and there's a nice stretch after this, a super cool stretch. So posture, tailbone down, belly button up and in. Don't care how high you kick your leg. When my leg goes out, I want you to notice that my hips opened a little. I know it's hard to see in this colors, sorry. Hip is out. My knee is facing you, so your knee is facing me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry. The Chex Mix fell. So, it's so funny because my friend bought me this super cool little tripod thing that I've been using, and it's worked so well. And of course, when I left Jacksonville, I left it behind accidentally. Oh guys, I'm sorry. Okay, you're gonna kick while I try to set this up. So you're gonna have that knee facing me, and you're just gonna lift your leg as high as is comfortable. So I'm gonna go up and up, keep going. You're going up and up and up and up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we'll just do this and I'll move back as far as I can. All right, other side. I'm gonna take it back. Okay, so you can see my hip is open, my knee is out. I'm gonna go up, touch, up, touch, up, touch, up, touch. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want to talk about that again. There's 2 ways that we can make this lift happen. The first way is by really moving the hips so that you're kind of throwing that whole leg back. And that's great, and that really works your joint. But sometimes if we have some limitations in our hips, that might make our hips not feel as great. So another way that I can create that lift is just by squeezing my glutes. If you've ever used a ball for sciatica, then you've rolled it around before. It almost feels like that pocket area. If you have pants with a pocket, you can put your fingers down and feel it. I'm gonna squeeze my glute and it's just gonna lift my leg a little. So what this does is work my muscles more than me throwing my joints up. So just try that. Squeeze, squeeze. And notice it's not a big lift. I'm not trying to do a big lift. I just want actually that little tiny lift. So squeeze, squeeze. We're also spending time on that one leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, and here's our stretch. It is a hip flexor stretch, and if you've been spending time seated, then you know those muscles can kind of shorten and tighten, and this is to help us here. The key is this. I'm trying to increase the angle between my chest and my thigh. So right now I'm on a straight line. To increase that, I'm going to take my leg back. But if I tilt, notice that that line is in the same direction. So I want to keep my torso up as high as I can. I've stretched my toes onto the floor. Okay? Gonna lift arms up overhead. And this should give you the stretch. If you feel like you need more, what I want you to do is take your thumbs and reach your thumbs back towards the wall. Lift, squeeze back. Lovely. And come down. I love doing this just a couple of times a day. When you get up to grab yourself a drink or anything, just stop, lift. Remember your thumbs are going to be your guide, your arms are going to be your guide. Don't drop your head back. Take your arms back and get as tall as you can. Stretch. And then release. Okay? Roll your shoulders. Let me check our time. We're good to go. All right. So how about some lunging? I know you were waiting on this. What we're gonna do is a little lunge forward, touch out, touch to the side, lunge to the side, and I'm gonna touch in. So I'm trying to touch my toe each time. We're not gonna alternate, so we'll go 8 to the left, 8 to the right. Hands on your hips. Here we go. Let's go down and touch, out to the side, and touch. So try if you can to barely touch those left toes down. Out to the side. That increases the amount of time that we're spending on a single leg. Out. One more time. Out. Actually, I said we were going to do 8. Let's do the whole 8. Let's go. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Other side. Let's go. Out. 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 Here we go. And we've got one more. Out. Good job, guys. All right. So how about some step back lunges? So my feet are parallel. I know you can't see them. I just don't want to mess with the camera anymore. And I promise I'll get that fixed. I'll run to target. Hands on our hips. I'm going to step back to a lunge. Now, here's the rule. When I step back with my left foot, my right knee is going to stay over my right ankle. And I'm not trying to go very big. I'm just trying to balance myself. So I'm going to go back and up. I'm alternating. These aren't big. But notice all the time that you're spending on one leg. Let's go back and up and back and up. Last time, and back and up and back and up. Now we're going to do our diagonals and then we'll be finished. So we'll start diagonal left, diagonal right. Watch me. Diagonal, diagonal. There's a foot switch. Diagonal, diagonal. Okay, want to try it? So let's take left foot. So we're going to go left foot out, touches in, right foot back, Right foot goes forward, left foot goes back. So here we go. Slow, we'll go very slow. Out, touch, back, touch, here, touch, back, touch again, and here, 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 and let's go, and we'll go, and we'll go, and we'll go. Last one, let's move. We're changing some direction, aren't we? And go forward, and go back. I think that's my favorite thing now. All right, shake everything out, shake everything out. Let's do some clockwork, and then we'll be good. So clockwork, you can do this standing, sitting, or if you want a challenge. For my clockwork today, so that's where we go around, I'm gonna actually take a tightrope stance. So I'm gonna lift up that left foot and touch down where my right toes are. And then I'm gonna find my balance here. Okay, go. Hands can come out if you want. Now take that left arm out and make a hitchhiker finger. If you need to extend your right arm for balance, that's cool. So I'm gonna watch my thumb and I'm gonna start to take it around, and I'm going slow, and what is happening are my legs are wiggling, and that's because I'm trying to recruit my balance muscles to help me stay upright. Now we're gonna do the clock both ways from the stance. Woo, let's change. All right, I'm not gonna fall off. I'm not gonna fall off. There we go. Here we go. So a little bit of balance will, one of the components of balance is a little bit of concentration. If I start to lose my concentration, my mental concentration, if I check out and I'm going someplace else and I'm thinking about groceries and things, my balance is going to be off. So sometimes when I teach, you know, I'm thinking, what are we doing next? It creates that, and it's funny for you guys to see it happen with me, and I just want you guys to know that's normal. So let's change. So I'm going to be very dramatic, and I'm lifting that leg up and I'm putting it on the tightrope. You get to your tightrope however you want. Remember, that's an option. Parallel feet is also an option. I'm going to take out my right arm now, and I'm just going to start to follow along. Follow along. And we'll bring it back. We're going to change. Going to the other side now. Wiggling is fine. Just follow your thumb. And let's come back. Great job, guys. Great job. All right, shake everything out. So one last thing before we say goodbye. Let's do 15 count single leg stance, leg to the back. So find your balance, shake back and forth, shift that weight a little. I want you to shift over to your right, hands to your waist, left foot up. Remember, touch down toes if you need to. I'm gonna lift my hands out like platters, and let's go. 15, 14, 13, count with me, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. So take your time. Maybe weight shifting. Get over onto that left leg. Right leg takes off. Platter hands if that's appropriate for you. And let's do it. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, so I mentioned the couch. So before this cuts off, the couch. If you have an opportunity, come to a different area, sit down, and stand up. But I'm sorry, guys, the video is gonna cut off, so I will throw that in next week. I love you guys. Have a great time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.